Just wanted to mention real quick, we are we are live on YouTube and Facebook. So if you want to visit the Muse on Main Facebook page or YouTube page, you can find a link there to share to everybody who could not make it out tonight. Again, just visit the Muse on Main Facebook page or YouTube page, and you'll find a link there to share.
Hello. Hey. Happy birthday to me. Yeah. Woo. This is too cool because, I don't know about you, but growing up, I didn't do a big birthday thing. It wasn't made to be a big deal, and that's not an insult to anybody. It just wasn't. So over these years, I'm like, I don't tell anybody it's my birthday, and I didn't really celebrate it and all that kind of thing. And I've just been through so much, and lately, so I'm like, I'm gonna have a birthday party. And yeah, and Dylan's like, sure, we'll do that. So I'm like, awesome, so let's do it. So that's how this all evolved, and I'm so glad you're all here. Thank you so much. We're gonna get started. Dylan's going to MC and bring people on up. We're starting with Teresa Vazquez. And if you don't mind, each person who's presenting, if you could go ahead and just kind of say who you are and just whatever you want to say, and then do your thing. And Ngozi's over there. She's in charge of the bell. You hear the bell the first time, okay? The first time you hear the bell, you have 1 minute. Just a 1 minute warning, so to speak, that it's almost time for you to be done. And then when it's time, right, she's going to do that. So anyway, thanks so much. And it's Teresa Vazquez. Oh yeah, is it reverbing too much? Hopefully there'll be no feedback when I do this. Okay. Whew. Okay. Testa. We don't have anything on. Let me, saw that coming.
Does it just have like a bypass or something?
Turn off the effect.
Yeah,
Too much.
that'll work. Yep.
Try that. Say hello.
Testing. Hello, hello. Wow. Okay, so the mic is on. And it's Linda's birthday, so let's give her a big hand. So happy to celebrate Linda today. Today she is 52, so she's a recent joiner to the 50 and over club, which I've been a part of for quite some time now. And I just want to say I've known Linda since the mid 20-teens, and we met in the very huge poetry circle here in Fort Wayne, and we were part of that group that was over at IPFW when it was IPFW, and so we really got to know each other, and we really got to share a lot of poetry and a lot of life and a lot of joys and a lot of heartaches, and here we are again and celebrating another year of life, and hopefully kind of seeing our way through to the next episode. So tonight I would like to read to you a poem that was by request from Linda, and it is called The Demon I Feed, and it has to do with a meditation where you face your demon. And you not only face your demon, but you feed your demon. And so we're going to feed some demons here. And there's also a painting that goes with this that just came back from the framer. So, and it has all the text on it. So, all right, The Demon I Feed. I am because you resist me. the more you fight, the more massive I become. Behold my size and fearsomeness. Do you know me? I am the mortal threat your mind makes. Feed me with the devotion of a grandmother nun. I didn't say, like me. Face me, eye to eye. Hear what I'm here for. Liquefy like only you can. Gorge me with your nectar until I'm sated and become your steadfast ally. Thank you. Happy birthday, Linda.
Teresa Vazquez, everybody. Ketu. Please welcome to the stage, Ketu.
Hi. Peace and respect, gratitude and love. And thank you, Linda, for the invitation. We have been joined at the hip for many years, have faced many joyful and trying times together. And I'm honored to be asked to be here this evening. Thank you. But I also want to say that you share a birthday with my granddaughter. She's not as old as you. She's 14, but she thinks she's 52. Okay. All right. This is from a 2017 publication that I did called Bone Sutures. And it's actually light I can see. Okay. It's called We Come Breathing Winds of Change. For bland, brown, Browder, Crutcher families, and others. We come tunnel vision to a many-yeared struggle, weeds grown up through concrete, torn up from waiting under weighted law. A mother's son left moldering on ghetto tarmac, her unfailing love unable to keep him breathing, protected from death. Missouri, your unsettling August heat. We come through fields of bullet and word, aching feet, tired arms, signs held screaming. We come looking down gun barrels, fired on from behind police shields, bullet words, spoken from between hate's teeth, spit from poisoned tongues. We come through pig whisperers, COINTELPRO agents intent to disrupt by murder. We come through an ancient well from mother love creased streets. We come from alley cemented arcs of fathering work, from child minds twisted to not embrace, but to not their own image, inhabited by intelligent ancientness. We come undefeated, resolute children speaking in tongues, raving fear, locked arms walking rejection down, no thought given to standing alone. We come resurrecting Caliph Browder, come power words, principle, Africa, ancient, ancestor, elder, mother circle, family extended, identity. We come resistance, breathing, winds of change. We come overstanding acts of faith, moving by spirit, shakers in the holy dance, and under interdigitated assembly of nappy heads and collective self-reorder, remembering soul, self, ensouled, we come, remembered cells of self, mind in mind. We have always been collective order. Here we come now, breathing winds of change. And law of reciprocity, it's the day after the days when grand juries in Heartland and Eastern Coast cut cops loose from scrutiny of indictment, gave them walking papers and sanctuary to kill again or just move on into other white privileged pursuits entreated upon the national brain from Oakland to Times Square, Little 5 Points to Faneuil Hall, multicolored assemblies of protest lie in streets blocking traffic's flow, march streets carrying signs, shouting slogans, remembering Michael Brown and Eric Garner, signs that shout the value of black life pushed into othered space by force of arms. The in-streeted people seek justice, demand answers to unasked questions. People in the street with question, the mind of chaos, caroling, slogan, and epithet. The people without sap, Glock, and pepper spray aim to disable the state with word and bruised heel, emotion and morality. We, the people, honoring law, police be sworn to keep. We, the people, know the state will react yet again to make democracy safe for profit. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that no change will come from carrying signs, bruised heels, and hoarse throat may feel good in the morning, but will hurt tomorrow. The force of state is not at rest, but moving at accelerated velocity against we, the people, standing in the way of the law of reciprocity. Thank you.
Once again, Ketu. Up next, we got Judy Lynn Cole. She'd like to come up.
Sure what it is, but we're kind of going, you know, we're just doing whatever, and if not, that's okay. We're going to save that one because I want to first. Okay, we're going to do that at the end. So now it's just Judy Lynn Cole. So maybe we can do that. Yeah. I'm sorry I wasn't up here earlier. Okay, is this okay, honey?
This is good.
Is this too high? It's okay. You know what? Just set it down.
I'll just set it down.
And how's that feel, Gia? Is that about right?
Well, it's sliding.
It's okay. Here, let me help. It does like to just slide. Is that okay?
Yeah, I think so. I've got to get my reading glasses because that's just a blurry thing.
That's okay. She's going to get her reading glasses. I'm going to like say, hey, what's going on, till she gets them out. No big deal. She's nervous. I can tell because Judy normally is like, ah, you know, like I am. So, but give her another round of applause. Yeah, Judy, 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 Judy.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. Happy birthday, hon.
Thank you.
Okay. So I'm going to give you a little bit of background about this particular poem. This was written 28 years ago. And my partner Tom Myers and I went to I can't see you with reading glasses on. We went to a ski resort with two of his friends, and the ski resort was for sale. And of course, we were dreaming big and dreaming in color, and we were thinking, oh, if we just bought this, the guys could perform, and Karen, it was Karen and Peter Randazzo with the other couple, and they're performers, and they own a performance troupe, and Peter's also a musician. And so we're like, oh, we could have plays here. You know, Karen could write the plays, the guys could play the music, they could compose music, I could be the bartender. And then we decided we needed a theme for the place. And so we decided that if each one of these tables in this restaurant could talk, they would have a history that they could tell about the people who had visited there and who had dined there and who had watched plays and theater together. And so it was my job, since I was the poet, that I was to write a poem for each one of the tables. And that's probably the real reason why we didn't buy it, besides the fact that we had no money. So anyways, so this is the first one, and it's called A Tale of a Table for Two. Once upon a time, at this table there sat a barnyard owl and a pussycat. She was bored and he was lonely. Both were wanting a one and only. She wanted to talk. He wanted to score. He wanted less. She wanted more. They ate and they drank until his paycheck was gone and failed to communicate right up until dawn. So all night long, this silly game was played. They both stayed horny because she wasn't spayed. For months on end, they repeated this scene. The cat began calling the owl a sex fiend. The owl, tired of listening, oft overdrank his fill. Both questioned if the other was really a good deal. The hunt carried on, but there was never a kill. The cat returned to school to sharpen her skill. They continued to meet, but the distance grew greater. The cat wanted marriage, the owl only to mate her. All the cat ever wanted to do was just chat. So the owl left for a wildlife rehabitat. Years did pass, and once again they sat at this table for two and had a spat. If I try, you'll just do it again, the owl fumed. Just do it, the cat exclaimed, and don't assume. She then powdered her nose and flicked her tail, and she let out a kitty cat's mating yell. You left me, she cried. I was rejected, he claimed. So it was decided on the establishment to place the blame. Finally, they had a meeting of their minds. Fur and feathers, they agreed, were of like kind. Although this place had to take all of the heat, you two are now sitting on historical seats. Thus, it once happened here a long time ago. Please don't let it happen again. Communicate your needs with each other and buy condoms instead of more gin. Thank you.
Judy Lynn Cole, everybody. And apparently I'm up next here.
I know Dylan's next, but oops. I just want to say, you're little. I was just going to say, I know seems a little bit unorganized or whatever today, but I know we're all among friends, and it's all good. And I'm just so glad you're all here. And Judy and I have known each other for how long now, dear? Yeah, 20 years. So it just seems like everybody here I've just known for so very long, and you're like my best friends, and it means the world to me that you're here. So thank you. So now it's Mr. Dillon. He is the co-owner of this full place, the Muse in Maine, and support, support, support. This is a great venue. You exhibit original art, right? You have shows every weekend. There's an open jam every Wednesday night. That is so fun. I've done that a couple times, and I just cut loose. I was scared out of my mind, and Dillon was like, I was scared. I was like, oh, I can't do it, because I'd never done it before. He's like, don't be afraid. You're fine. You don't have to worry. Just do it. I'm like, okay. So I did. I even played drums one time. It was fun. But anyway, Mr. Dillon Roldan, and he is a poet as well. And I want to, this is the first time I've ever heard your work, and I'm looking forward to it. Dillon.
All right. Thank you very much. Whoa. I'm usually not up here. So, yeah, I'm usually perceived as like an extrovert type because I run this venue, but I'm really not. So I'm like super shy and nervous right now. But I'm going to take my own advice and just do it. Don't be afraid to do it. So appreciate that. All right. This one's called It's Been 364 Days. It's okay. It's about how I feel. I just want to follow. I walk the coast through ocean waves. I talk to ghosts in a dreamy haze. I kissed the redwoods and I made them sway. I wrote the songs I wished to play. I took the pipe of a poisoned fate, smoked the barrel of a chrome 38. Respect to the time that once was great. Mark 365 days from this calendar I hate. Against the odds, I'm here to say, I've watched as worlds have burned away. I've made angels curse and demons pray. Search for words that I wish to say. I watched puppies reach a ripe old age. I'd laid countless pics on shadowed graves. Scavenged through those treasured crates, fished lakes and streams with golden baits. Trying to find something that's either not too depressing or too vulgar.
Be yourself. Be yourself. Be yourself. You can be as vulgar as you want to be.
Okay, let's see here. All right. I recently quit smoking cigarettes. Thank you. It's been a couple weeks. I'm hanging in there. One time I recently woke up from a dream and had this line in my head. I was struck by it. And it was just, did you already weaken the code to the flame's fatal flaw? And I just wrote this, inspired by that. I just want to light this fucking cigarette so I have something that covers the stench from the shirt that I've worn for the past 4 days. I want to light this fucking cigarette so I have something that covers the decades of self-destruction that stole my laugh and replaced it with this somber smirk. I never question the moments, the movements, from pill to hand to mouth, from mouth to head, from head to wherever the fuck it goes from there. Knowing now that severing effect that had no relevance during the few tiny hours of mediocre euphoria would leave me searching the remainder of my life for a simple, heartfelt laugh. Invisible to the world but smothered with compliments, unable to let them attach, reality controlled by false truths. This is not real, takes time to heal. Feeling unreal, feels so real. I've checked my phone 1,000 times for an LOL
or some other sign. Sighs pass fast like cars through lights. Erase the day with this shot tonight. I hear you say I'll be okay. Live these visions I hope and pray, confirmed by a lazy muse in play, denied by hazy views I formed in clay. Light another cigarette, take another shot. Focus on the line I'm about to jot. It all returns from a prior thought, the love I lost has not forgot. That time in stone I carved for you, you had more important things to do. The time then came you wanted me, I denied the dream that was meant to be. I find content in this holy wall, not much farther I can fall, as gay bars drop a deadly beat, can't find the strength to move my feet. But every song it seems to fit, even if it's some disco shit. An ironic twist begins to skip as the DJ screams and the faders flip. Thank you.
Okay, hi. Yay, 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 yay. Okay, so I guess it's time for intermission now. Yay. So I'm going to go get some food ready for y'all. So we're going to take a little break. Okay. Thank you. I know. I'm just like all hyped up and I'm so happy. That's crazy. Yeah.
wanted to let you know that we'll get this started in about 10 more minutes. Everybody enjoy the food. We still have a couple more poets yet to come.
there a trick to this that I'm not quite getting? Okay, I think it's okay. I think it's gonna stay. We're gonna find out. Well, then I'll take my phone off. So we're gonna, woo! Check, check, check. So we are gonna be able to be kind of far away from the mic when we're up here. See, it's gotta be, can you read it okay if it's a little bit low?
Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, I got them in here anyway, so.
Unless you already know the words, you really just did it.
Yeah,
It works for me. Does it work for you?
I can see it.
Okay, good.
That's fine.
Okay. So we're getting ready to start, folks. If you want to come back in, you can. Hello, everybody wants somebody. Hello. Okay.
No.
You got a live feed.
And the vocal, if you can read that at all, the vocal, she actually starts at 19 seconds, if that helps.
That does help because I do get off on that. Okay, so you know who I am. This is one of my oldest, dearest friends, Tim Gordon. We used to work at a record store together way back in the day, NRM, National Record March.
Oh, my gosh.
I know, and this, and then you know, we just love this band. You want to tell them a little bit about the band, or?
Sure.
Yeah.
So this is a song by This Mortal Coil, and This Mortal Coil is actually a lot of different bands put together, and so they were all on the same label at the same time and pooled talents, which was, to me, very inspiring to see that you can be great in your own comfort zone, but then to step out and have other people that maybe can augment your ideas. It just really spoke to me that, you know, there's so many ways of looking at things, and sometimes when you collaborate, you accomplish more.
Absolutely true. And just so you guys know, we haven't seen each other in how long?
Over 10 years.
At least over 10 years, yeah. And this is the first time today, the first time we've seen each other in that time. And we came here a little early, and we're just essentially going to sing together.
Yeah.
And you'll hear the music a bit in the background. We're just kind of doing a karaoke thing with the song on a phone.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, and we're gonna do that. It's my birthday, and I'm gonna do it the way I want to.
That's right.
So if you don't like it, then don't listen. I'm just teasing.
All right, are we ready?
We're ready whenever Dylan says we're ready.
On the floating, shipless oceans, I did all my best to smile till your singing eyes and fingers drew me loving to your eyes. And you sang, sail to me, sail to me, let me unfold you. Here I am, waiting to hold you. Did I dream You dreamed about me. Were you here when I was for sale? Now my foolish boat is leaning, broken love long on your rock. For you say, touch me not, come back tomorrow. Oh my heart, shines from the sorrow. But I'm as puzzled as a newborn child. I'm as riddled as a tide. Should I stand amidst the breakers, or should I lie with death, my bride? Hear me sing, swim to me, let me unfold you. Here I am, waiting to hold you.
Can you announce who's next? Because I can't think right now.
Ladies and gentlemen, up next, Crisler.
Thank you all for being here tonight. Oh, this works. Okay. I'm just going to do two poems. The first one is called You Bring Out the Woman in Me. Yes, that's what it's called. Something I did with some of my students, I have us switch genders and write from that perspective. And it comes from Sandra Cisneros, You Bring Out the Mexican in Me. And then Balfi did it, You Bring Out the Vietnamese in Me. And now I'm having them switch genders. And so this is what I came up with. You bring out the woman in me. You bring out the blood, fluid, and pain to the umbilical cord of all my children, breathing and not. You bring out the woman in me, the mama, mommy, mother, of voices rushing down a hallway of life's time. You bring out the psychopath in me, the functioning under pressure of me, this nucleus of a thing outside of womanism, outside of feminism, outside of glossy mags and how to please your man overkill when I am the mother to existence of me. You bring out the man-eater, the man-hater, the frustrator, the rejuvenator of me. I am nothing but the everything of anything in the immediacy of a second in me. You bring out how I figured out the hot, hot, hot in me, the cold, cold, cold to breathing, the if you don't get out of my face in the next minute of me, so I can implode from the kernel of a popcorn seed into a butterfly. You bring out the Queen Latifah in me, the ladies first, the June Jordan in me, the Carolyn M. Rogers in me, the light-skinned girl born in Gary in me. You bring out the maternal key in me. You are the face in the mirror in me, the bump, bump, bump in my chest that bumps. You bring out the terrifying in me and sit it down like an ohm. You bring out the beautiful fangs in me. I am running through the streets, a car on fire, and I am breathing in all the pollution of the city, changing it into planetary bodies. You reveal the surgical bikini scar of me, the botched tattoo nightmare of some other name on me, because you own words, the placenta of every kernel of knowledge I need, and you, click, click, pow. And this one is called Gangster Love, and this is for, I don't know if you know who Jean-Michel Basquiat is, but Basquiat was a painter, started out as tagging on the street, same old an artist, and he became friends with Warhol, dated Madonna and stuff like that before he died. So this is called Gangster Love for all the Jean-Michel Basquiats. I wouldn't want to know you on drug days where you were in a stupor of dumb thought and I had to clean you up. Take off the pissy pants and underwear, the vomited on t-shirt your moms gave you that's too little but is love, the discard of language you spat out like a Tourette-induced aggravation. I wouldn't want to know you on the mad days where you throw paint against old canvases and let the music of Vivaldi or Grandmaster Flash push you into locomotion because critics critiqued you all wrong. I wouldn't want to know the man who couldn't put the love on his woman and was always kicked to the curb with her abusive foot to the groin reverberations of letdowns. And on any given moon, I would sit by the bed while you slept off the voices, look into a world of your paint splatters, love you back to raw. Thank you. Let me see if I can do that. Happy, okay. Happy, oh, happy, yeah. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Linda. Happy birthday to you. Yeah.
Okay, you're going to be on one of my next tracks. That's just all there is to it. Yay, so now, thank you so much. That was just freaking beautiful. We do have we have time for open mic if anybody wants to come up. There's nothing formal at this point, as we can tell. So would anybody like to read? All right, come on up. And Dylan, are we still okay to go for a little while? Are you good? Dylan's good, so we're just going to kind of go with the flow. And don't forget, y'all, there's still some food back there, and Dylan has these wonderful craft soft drinks, and there's water and all kinds of stuff, so feel free to just continue to enjoy yourself. And young lady, what is your name? Maha. And you're one of Curtis's students? Okay. Maha is going to read now, and I'm going to get off the stage.
Well, first off, I'd like to start off by saying happy birthday. You're welcome. So, I mean, it's not that obvious to not know, but I'm Muslim, as you guys might know. One of the poets, actually very young in age, but his name is Kamal Saleh, and he came up with a poem called "The Meaning of Life." Although we might not share the same religion, I find that everyone searches for their meaning of life, and I find this poem very meaningful to me, and I hope it might have some significance to you guys. Okay. I'm a very bad reader, so I'm sorry. Okay. What are we doing here, and where are we gonna go? Besides, we just woke up one morning, and then it's welcome to the show. Don't ask any questions, just go with the flow. Make as much money as you can, and try your best not to get broke. Copy everything you see from the TV, from a hairstyle to the clothes. Don't think too often, just do exactly as you're told. And if you ever get confused, then just turn towards the alcohol. You still hear thoughts, then turn up the radio as you learn to live a lifestyle of drugs, sex, and rock and roll. But in all honesty, I just need to know, is there more to this cycle than growing and getting old, living and dying just to leave behind a happy home and a whole lot of property that somebody else is just going to own? I just really need to know before the casket gets closed, because I'm not willing to gamble with my soul, nor am I ready to take any chances. These are just simple life questions, and I'm just searching for some answers. Like, what are we doing here, and what is our purpose? How did we get here, and who made us so perfect? Or what happens once we go, or for this world is really worth it? Questions we don't answer because apparently we don't really have to. There's no purpose to this life, and our existence is merely natural. Then in that case, please let me ask you, did you create yourself, or was there somebody else who had fashioned you? Because you're a being that's impeccable, for less that's unparalleled. You're a product of supreme intelligence, and I'm just merely being irrational, for there isn't a camera on this earth that can come close to the human eye, nor a computer that can compete alongside the human mind. And if the whole world was to come together, we wouldn't be able to create a single fly. So many signs, yet we still deny. Science tries to justify that all this can come from none when it's a simple sum. 0 plus 0 plus 0 cannot possibly ever give you 1. So from where did all this order come? For everything has its origins, a maker, a creator of its own. So we can believe in the Big Bang, but I'd rather believe in He who caused it to explode. Allah, the creator of everything, along with every single soul, the ever-living, the master, the only one who is in control. Unlike His creation, beyond our imagination. And no, He's not a man, nor does He have any partners in association. He's on His own. And no, He did not ever leave us alone. Just like every manufacturer, He left us with an instruction manual, the Quran and Islam, and I'm sorry to jump to conclusions, but it's the only one possible. The only definition of God is the one and only supreme being. It's logical. A book with 0 contradictions, with miracles that are both scientific and historical, all viewed over 1,400 years ago, like the detailed description of the human embryo, to the mountains as pegs holding firm the earth below, and the 2 seas that don't mix in a complete separate flow, to the planets in orbit, alternating night and day as they stay in flow, the expansion of the universe and the creation of everything from H2O, to the stories of the past and preservation of Pharaoh, to identifying the lowest point in a land where Persia defeated Rome, and the gushing fluid that created man from the ribs and the backbone. And not a word has changed, it's still the same, so please explain how all this was known over 1,400 years ago to a man who couldn't read or write, as he would recite whatever the angels spoke. And if you still don't believe, please try to come up with something that's even close. But we can't, so we took God as a mockery and His messenger as a joke, dismissed these scriptures and legends and tales of the ancient folk as we live a life according to our whims, desires, and hopes, saying this life is the only home we would ever know. We will live and die and simply turn to bones. YOLO. Correction. After the grass dies, the rain arrives and it regrows, and Allah promises to do the same thing to your very soul and bring you back from your fingertips to your toes. As the all-seeing Supreme Being watches us so close, and we are surely being tested in our wealth, our health, and ourselves, and everything we've been blessed with. So believe, for we will surely be resurrected and be brought back to our Lord and account for every single deed as He hands us our books and orders us to read from the bad to the good and everything in between. You yourself was sufficient for your own accountability, so don't be mad at me. You were the one who thought you wouldn't come back to me. I gave you a whole life long to search after me, but you were busy in all that which was temporary. So read, and glad tidings to all those who believe. Then if you disbelieve, read. And don't let that day be the first day you find out what your life really means. Read.
Very nice. Thank you for
sharing. Okay, who else wants to read? And Gossi, come on up. Oh, come on up. Yikes.
This is my birthday gift to you, Linda. I don't read very often. I've got 2 pieces that I'd like to read for you. This one is called Rage. Rage, from my belly, from my bones, from my blood. Vibrations start with a butterfly's blink and rises to finger waves, frosting strokes, blanket folds, to heat monkeys, to storm fronts, dust storms, and meteor showers. Vibrations shaking things loose, putting things into place, making me magnetic. Me releasing shockwaves as I walk down hallways, multiples of me, some dancing, some crying, some fighting, some trying to escape me. While the sound of my screams drowns out everything, pitch so high my ears stop ringing, so low I cannot speak. My throat is full, my eyes are full, my heart is full, my hands are full of rage. Thank you. And this next one is called 6:14 a.m., which is usually when I write. I have movie dreams or whatever, and I wake up and I try to write them down as quickly as possible. So 6:14 a.m. Lying here tired but can't sleep, hearing memories in my nose, campfires, hot metal, heating, water, dry, heat, parched face, sweet dried, or sweat dried and peeling from long day in the sun and water. At night, why do I smell my past? Cigarette smoke, mama home from work, feet tired for long day and short pay. 5 mouths, less her own. Sometimes at night I smell cat piss, French fries, sarsaparilla, lavender, dog's breath, cut grass, Old Spice, dead books. None exist in present day, all from my past. Is this what you smell before you die? As before brain clocks out, hangs hat in foyer and reclines for the night? My mind doesn't rest easy, doing mental paperwork, balancing emotional budgets, psychological spreadsheets, red line, blue line, black lines, counting years, moments, memories, calculating what is and what isn't, what never was, what always is or is not. But the nose, or is it the mind, since smell is processed there? Since these smells can't be real, so the mind is the manufacturer? Even though they smell so real, I look around for the actual fire. The smells digress to fractions of seconds, less than a moment. So quick, I can't pinpoint, but my mind is tallying. Click, click, click. Snapchat with my synopses. Campfire, smiley face, old cat, wink face, mama smoke. For real though, Old Spice. True story, dead books. Not so hidden behind hamper in old man's smelly bathroom. System check. Beep, click, click, tick, tick. Whirl. Power down, low, Burnt toast, Vicks, old newspaper, hiss. Night, night.
You should definitely read way more often. Those are, wow. Your writing's amazing. Thank you so much. Kelly, did you want to come up and read? All righty, come on up. Yeah.
it. I know, I think that's probably why I'm procrastinating, because we're supposed to go like at 10:30 tonight. I don't want to go. All right. I have probably not read in, I don't know, my son's 8. The baby's 8, so maybe like 3 years. So here we go. But, you know, Linda said, hey, just in case you want to get up there. I was like, okay. No. All right. This one doesn't have a title. And it's, I'm hanging over the edge, dangling like participles that I never understood in English class, but this subject brings me to my feet. I'm giving all that I can to the next man, whether it be food in a bag or food for thought. I sometimes wonder if I'm an angel, but why is the devil on my back? Is it confidence that I lack? Why is it that I give so much so I can touch the lives of others, but I oftentimes ward off others, not allowing them to touch me? I feel like I'm in a padded cell and the walls are getting closer like a garbage compactor. I knew I should have bought that damn tractor so I could plow down all the weeds of fear, anger, hatred that invade my garden. But I will plant new roots of happiness, continual confidence, and self-love, and I would sprinkle it with spirituality and continue to nurture it until it is ripe. But why do I feel like that brother that's smoking the pipe, letting all my emotions go up in a cloud of smoke? I know it's wrong, but I still put the flame to the bong and become calm for that split second. When I look in the mirror, I see a scared, ugly, black, little bubble-eyed girl with a big nose and essence of souls of my ancestors and pain painted upon my face. But you see a grown woman with beautiful big brown eyes and a cute button nose and a pretty permanent smile and a confidence to match. Does this mirror have two sides? Do I wear a mask to mask that? Why do people perceive me to be full of life, but yet I feel as though I'm drained of energy, sticking to others like leeches, pulling from their lives to make mine complete? I ask God, why am I here? And why do I ask why? Why am I afraid to cry? And why do we live to die? I'm motionless, but he never answered. Realize I'm thinking of all the negative thoughts and the positive things. I've pushed them off to the side, not paying attention to all that they give balance to these thoughts. My mind is flushed with pictures and images of families and friends, day and night, the things that make the world appear brighter. If I'm truly willing to see them for what they are and not always looking for that scar. I'm torn like paper from a notebook. This shit has definitely got me shook. I need to learn acceptance and erase fear, because this is the reason why I'm here, and I want to see what you see when you look at me. I'm only going to do one. I'm sweating bullets now.
Kelly Hill Hicks, right? Kelly Hill Hicks, woo! Okay, I think we have time for maybe one more person to read. Is that okay, or Dylan? Does anybody, or who else hasn't read that wants to read? You gonna read? Come on up, come on up. All right, what is your name, young lady? Karen, and you're one of Curtis's students as well? Okay, you are very lucky to have Mr. Crisler, Professor Crisler, as your instructor. Yes, all of you are. Yes, woo! All right.
All right, so I'm going to read two poems, one that I wrote and one that I didn't. So the first one that I wrote during last Halloween, so I figured that since we're practically in October, might as well read it now. So it's called Whoever Said It Was Halloween. We are they who go unseen when pumpkin pie and mountain lie. Whoever said it was Halloween, be wary of hidden veils between the cackling cadavers that fly. We are they who go unseen. Blood-curdling screams tear smoke screens where ghastly ghouls and goblins cry. Whoever said it was Halloween. Fingers point past headstones turned green, see the masquerade of nightmares slide by. We are they who go unseen. Long dead jack-o'-lanterns sheen, the faceless turn to vilify. Whoever said it was Halloween, all in a row, we 13 horrify the human eye. We are they who go unseen. Whoever said it was Halloween. So that was that one. What? Villanelle. Yeah, because I decided to try to push past what I know how to do and try to write a villanelle, and I think I did it. Yeah, because for that one, the inspiration was I was sort of thinking about how all those horror stories that you hear about the attractions and how you see how it's an actual skeleton and not a decoration, and how why do we sort of accept certain things for certain holidays. So I thought about how something could be horrifying if it were another time of year, but we accept it during Halloween. So I was sort of thinking about, obviously this is Halloween centered, but sort of tried to subvert it a bit with whoever said it was Halloween. Like, obviously it has all these mentions to Halloween, but whoever said it was Halloween. So yeah, and then the second poem that I wanted to read is by Jennifer Arceo, and she's Mexican, and although she's more affiliated with the science field, she also writes some poetry that I randomly found while scrolling through Pinterest. So the one that I really liked is called I'm Mexican. I'm Mexican. No, I'm not spicy or feisty or exotic. I'm just not bland, because my culture is too rich, because my hips give in to the beats of a drum, and my tongue rolls with a passion, because I come from vibrant colors and full skirts, and intricate patterns in my gene pool, warrior and conqueror, because I have te quiero y te amo, while you've got to stick to I love you. Because I come from women with rifles and food that excites you, and the very hands that harvest this land hold the very hearts that harvested me. And that's that one. Yep.
Well, I feel kind of bad, Dylan, because you set up this really cool drum set, and like nobody came for the last part, open stage, but it's cool. Do you want to play? You want to play something with me up here for a minute, or are we done? We're done? All right. Well, yes, that is tomorrow, right? Open jam tomorrow. Yeah, 7 to 10 o'clock. Come. Even if you don't play an instrument, just come and hang out and listen. I'm going to be here. Yeah! Yeah! Okay, well, thank you all so much. Seriously, I know I've already said it, but this means so much to me that you came and participated, and whether you all participated. It's amazing. I think some of you might know, I've just kind of been through hell lately, especially after last year. When my brother passed away, I was just really messed up for a long time. I was just lost, so lost, and that whole thing is still not resolved. He was only 52 years old. He had an underlying heart condition that nobody knew about. I don't even think he did. And it was COVID that killed him. And undiagnosed, because at the time, all they had were just the preliminary swabs. But he had all the symptoms. Come on. I mean, when I walked up there, he was, it was too late. It was too late. Without going into gory details, it was definitely too late. And it was just like, I just knew. As soon as I hit the stairs, what I smelled, I knew it was too late. And I just still don't, I'm gonna say it, I don't understand why no one called 911. I'm the one who called 911. He was sick, he got sick. 6 days later, he was dead. And I'm mad. Rage poem. Good stuff. I'm mad. But anyway, there's still good things going on in life, and it took me all this time, you know, to kind of accept it. It took me over a year to accept the fact that my brother, Brian Bess, is dead. I couldn't even say those words. Brian Taylor Bess, my brother, was 52 years old, and now he's dead. You know, that was the first time right now I've said those words. And I want to thank you for listening to it. And that in two part, I guess I wasn't really realizing it, but in part, I think it has me wanting to do this birthday party wasn't just what I talked about earlier, you know, that, I didn't really celebrate my birthday a whole lot growing up. I wanted to do something fun and different. But it has to do with the fact that I want to celebrate life because my brother's dead. He's dead. And I'm just like going into a spoken word thing now. He's dead. Why is my brother dead? Why the hell didn't she call 911? That bitch. Why didn't she call 911? I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't understand. I'm never going to understand. Why wouldn't she let me in the house when we tried to do the inventory? Why did she get a lawyer a week after he died? Why was she in his files? His filing cabinet, looking to see whether or not she was the one who inherited some shit or not. I don't know. It was the day he died that she was looking through his papers to see whether or not she was the one who got everything he had. How did she put her name on his checking account? How did he let her do that? How did she convince him to like Trump and to be an anti-masker and to not believe that COVID was real? How did she do that? How did she twist his arm and convince him of all the things that she convinced him of? I will never know. And I admit it, I hate her guts. And I wish she would go to jail because she let my brother die. She let him die. 6 days, I said over and again, how's Brian? How's Brian? How's Brian? How's Brian? Every day I texted her, how's Brian? Why didn't I text him myself? Why didn't I call him myself? Why? So I have survivor's guilt. And I hate her. I don't care if she sees this. I hate you for letting my brother die. You are all about the anti-masking, anti-vaxxing, frickin' QAnon Trump bullshit that is killing people all over the world. You are the one who should be dead. You! That's not nice to wish death on a person, but I'm mad. I'm so mad. And I'm hurt. And I would like to see my niece, Aubrey, please. So if you do see this, I hope you hear this. You are a rotten piece of shit. You will not even let my dad, who is your baby's grandfather, see her. And you live right around the corner, as do I. Get out of my brother's house. You've been squatting for a year and 5 months. You are a gold-digging bitch. You picked my brother, and you did it intentionally, and you are what? What are you doing now? Squatting, squandering, and you stole him from us. Somehow, someday, in some way, you will pay. Until that day, that rage is inside. But at least I didn't let it let me die. Why? Because when he died, I drowned in the bottle. I did. I got drunk 3-4 times a week, but I still held it together. I still had a job. I still took care of things. I'm still dealing with this legal matter, and it's your fault. The whole thing is your fault. It's senseless. I need closure. And I hope you hear this, bitch. I do. I hope you hear it. I hope you see it. And I hope you are humiliated because you have humiliated my entire family. That's it. Thanks for coming to my birthday party. Yes. Talk about heavy and intense. Dylan. All right. And I didn't cry. Whoa, wow. Thank you all so much for all of your contributions tonight and for enjoying my food and buying my kimchi. Yay! Remember, it's foodie in your home. Facebook, Instagram, also a musician, and I just released an album. It's called No Cover. If you're interested, I'm selling that CD. It's a limited edition. I've sold a few thus far. I've had some technological issues lately, but it's okay. I'm only pressing 22, and I think I've got 15 left, I believe. So it's just a small run in-house, but I'm looking at, in the future, to do something a little, more professional, if you will. Not that mine's not, because it looks great. It's going to look great. It's just that in the future, I'm going to have to, when I talked to folks, it was like there's a limited run of 300 or something. Anyway, so if you're interested about that, just check me out. It's Bess of Whitecauldron, and you can just do a download. And if you don't want to pay any money, if you could support me, all you have to do is go to YouTube and Spotify, whatever streaming service you use, Apple Music, Pandora, Deezer, Napster, I would really appreciate it if you followed me. Okay, thanks. Happy birthday to me! Woo! Yay! Thank you, everybody. Have a good night.